All right. Well, there is one more thing that we got to say here. So we've explored the validate sync properly and validate function just a little bit. However, what we haven't really gone into in as much detail as perhaps is necessary, and that is we haven't seen their implementation in an application. So in a real application, Mongoose will prevent us from saving or inserting an invalid record into our database, right? I mean, we know this intellectually. It would be effective if we see them in action. So let's explore them a little bit more. So we're going to create a new it block and say prevent invalid records. And we're going to add our done callback. Now, if we create an invalid record and try to save it, the save request must fail because we don't want any invalid records to be saved. We do need to get that error message back. So we're going to have to make a new student and assign invalid attributes to it. All right. So for example, the name M is invalid here. Define a student with the name of M, then student.save. All right. So far, we've been adding then here, but this time we're going to want it to be rejected. So we use .catch here. You follow? It'll catch the invalid records before saving it. So inside of this, we're going to add error handling logic. And it's going to be called validation result, and we'll add the same message line. Const message equals validation result dot errors dot name. And again, we'll put in the name is too short message inside our assert message. Message equals name is too short. Now remember that we added done callback at the beginning of this it block. Since it's an asynchronous test, we have to call the done callback at the end. Now, before testing, I want to explain this block once more. So you know that we've created our student with this statement, and then we save it here. If it is valid, our student will be saved. But if not, the catch operator here will catch the error. That's how it's supposed to work. So let's save it. And into the terminal. And there you go. Everything's fine. So this means that we catch the invalid record before it's saved into our database. Could be very useful for the future, don't you think? Okay, so we've handled the errors. So now we can continue in the next section with some of our more advanced topics.